Well, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump closed out this year's presidential race with a fierce battle for Pennsylvania on Monday, making their final pitch to voters across the state that could prove decisive in the campaign for the White House. Harris ended her night in Philadelphia at the Art Museum made the Art Museum steps that were made famous in the movie Rocky, where she said the momentum is on our side. She also rallied supporters in Allentown, Scranton, and Pittsburgh, and she swung through Reading to visit a Puerto Rican restaurant and to do a little canvassing herself, knocking on doors alongside campaign volunteers. Donald Trump started his day in North Carolina and finished in Michigan, but he too spoke in Reading and Pittsburgh in between. The former president delivered stem winders at each step, blending false claims about voter fraud with warnings about migrants committing crimes and promises to revitalize the United States. Well, for a more robust analysis of the U.S. election, we are now being joined by a former editor of the Sunday Independent newspaper, Habib Haruna. He's a keen watcher of U.S. politics, and he joins in to discuss what to expect at the end of the proceedings. Welcome to Newsday, keen watcher of U.S. politics.
Absolutely.
And thank you for joining us on this historical day in U.S. history and certainly in world history. Let's do it like football. Who do you think is going to win?
Well, it will be...
Just say a name.
I prefer Kamala, but it's still yet close to call to know who will win the election.
It's a tight race.
So, very tight.
What is it... how do you see the battles coming out of these battleground states like Pennsylvania, especially? How do you see that working out?
First of all, our viewers need to know that all the states in America will vote.
Oh yes, their votes actually count. Every single vote counts. Vote. Unless they burn the
ballot. Why the battleground states, or if you like, the swing states are important is the fact that the contest will be decided by the Electoral College, which presupposes that each of the states in America are assigned certain numbers of Electoral College votes. There are blue states, there are red states. Non-blue states, like New York City, California,
Colorado,
Maryland. There are some key blue states. Then we have red states like Texas, Florida, Ohio, and some other states. Non-predictable blue and red states. Then the battleground states are very consequential and crucial because they will decide. Just seven. Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and yes, as I mentioned, seven. These are critical states that will decide the results. And why, we need to ask, why the candidates are frequent in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, is because of the crucial 18 Electoral College votes. So the path to 270 must go through Pennsylvania. If you don't win Pennsylvania, it will be difficult for you to reach that proverbial and magical 270. So that is why it's very, very important. And that's why they are pouring money and resources to make sure they win those states. But just 2 days ago, there were reports that Kamala Harris is doing very well in Iowa. If you can win Iowa, which is a red state, a traditional red state, then her path to 270 will be smoother, But for now, it's still very much tight. We cannot predict. It's difficult for now. But I like most Nigerians, Africans, we want a Kamala Harris whose policies, predictably, will be beneficial to us in Nigeria and Africa.
Okay, I know that this is a relatively short interview, but tell us about possible outcomes. If Trump wins, this is what to expect, and this is what will likely happen. If he loses, this is what will happen. If Kamala wins, this is what will happen, and if she doesn't, this is what to expect. In terms of, by these dimensions, I'm talking about what will happen with their political careers afterwards and the significant effects worldwide.
You see, if Trump wins, it will be volatile. You can expect right-wing policies. You can expect tight in immigration. You can expect tax cuts for the rich. You can expect an economy that is small, not one as big as we have if the Democrat becomes the occupant of the White House.
Well,
because they're conservatives.
Yeah, you're right. Well,
They're conservatives. Is that what you expect? But
we'll just have to wait.
The world will be a
and
better
see.
place if the President of America is in a steady and a decent hand, like Kamala Harris.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but we have to make room for our
Colleague.
Exactly. So thank you so much for coming in and discussing
Thank
this. And I'm
you.
sure, of course, we will
Let's
have
keep
a
watching.
follow-up discussion on this when
Absolutely.
the